they made it a little bit easier for your boy. So I don't know, I'm super hyped. They said it was like an early version of the game, so super excited to see
It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And the Wizards on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. They can secure their spot in the postseason with the victory here.
Well, this team is a lot of fun. To watch. Everything seems to be going their way. But listen, they're making their own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, and they're doing everything right on both ends of the floor.
Let's check out Vancouver's starting lineup. We've got B. Taylor is out there with Luke Kennard. And there's Anderson. It's Najee in a power forward.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And we've got a good one. Both of these teams, Steve, have been playing at a very high level lately.
Kevin, winning basketball on display as a fan and a broadcaster, you can't ask for much more.
Taylor passes to Owens, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Boy, got rid of the unit, man. You have a chance now to recognize our player of the week, G.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their effort.
And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Robinson. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
He takes advantage of him in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, right to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Did you see that?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Cunningham after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
I like it. The form looking pretty good there on Drummond's mid-range jumper.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
Ejected by Taylor.
What's wrong with you?
Here's Owens, defended by Drummond. Najee passes to Owens. Out to Taylor from deep three-point range. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry it.
He could put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run two at him, he will immediately find the Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here's Taylor. He's got 5. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Taylor. Vancouver working the ball around now. Here's Owens. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
Excellent so far. Coming in with
I'm like, bro, there's a wall right there. I can
attack.
shoot behind.
And it's helped
That's
them
crazy.
build an early lead.
Don't make that.
They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Robinson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the inside. Stolen by Anderson. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Deep two from Robinson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're
Shallow,
open.
too.
And the basket is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big
value.
part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And Taylor with the stuff.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now here's Drummond, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third assist on the night. Taylor with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great awareness by Bogdanovic, working hard to come up with the block. Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Here's Taylor, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Taylor's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. Down by 12. Here's Owen. Guarded by Robinson. And G now atop the key. And the foul called on G. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And a block. Like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Now here's Cunningham. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knocks it loose.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Charity stripe shot. No good off the back of the rim. Vancouver leading by 12. Taylor passes to Owens. And it's sent back by Drummond.
I feel like Drummond saw that one coming all the way. Great anticipation.
Robinson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls up. Cans the shot from the wing. 8 points for him.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential
He
on the
just throw that
scoreboard.
bitch all the way down there. Yeah, I
Ravens
could
lead by 10. We'll be back.
Shit. I'll probably lay that bitch up nice.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback.
Like this, bro. Like,
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle
trust
stats
me, I
for
want it.
the Ravens.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, they've got House.
Yeah,
Bill
Wolford,
Buckner's
yeah.
out there with Lyons. And it's Cunningham.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's Alvarado in at the point guard position. And Taylor passes to Najee. Jumps up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Now, here's Howard. Tight defense on him. To the paint. Here's Cunningham. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Taylor attacking. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for one.
Free throw good, Taylor. And competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly, sometimes, you know, things get chippy. And as a player, Greg, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. And in reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things. And at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The kick out to Barton. Taylor with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Here's the pass to Cunningham. To Wiles. 5 on the clock. Here's Alvarado. Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Vancouver, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
The line for two.
And Taylor drops them both. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow.
Washington calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection,
How y'all
top
feel y'all all paid
of the
for this
list.
ticket?
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
On defense, the Ravens. Out left to the wing. Pocket 6. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Possession to the
And when
away
you're
team.
trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Here he goes. Owens, no good. Tipped away. Wizards trail by 14. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And he's good on the 3-ball. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And good that time.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Howard. The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Barton. And
That shit out of here, boy.
And he keeps control of the ball. Here's Owens. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second.
Yeah, the
personal
defender
foul.
all over.
For Vancouver, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
For the away team.
Monster, man.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And the Wizards with possession. 15-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen. And boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Slammed in by Taylor.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. You have to switch on that play.
There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. Now, here's Bogdanovic. Not a lot of room, and they recover it.
The way Anderson defends you, he understands angles and does a good job of timing the contest.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And it's off from
That shit,
three-point
boy.
range.
They have been board
Yes,
dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this victory.
And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Inside, Owens uses both hands to slam it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive
That shit out of
performance
here.
tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Get your life together, boy.
Whole life, all life.
There's a minute left in the first
got that one
half.
too.
They get it back. Outside for Robinson. And a great assist by Gilgeous Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous Alexander's got his fourth assist in this one. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Owens unable to get that one. Now Washington takes it the other way. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Taylor. Good D by Gilgeous Alexander.
Oh, man. Make that shit.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Drummond. Now the dish to Cunningham. With 4 seconds on the clock. Connects, the jumper drops. And it's 7 points for Cade Cunningham.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improved.
And we finish one half of basketball. The Ravens on top.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, looking at Vancouver. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course, they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it? Shaq, right? That's the point.
Obviously. And over to Shaq. Your take on... And...
For the most part, we take the highest.
And with the
percent
big gap
shot.
on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And Vancouver, who they've got? We've got Luke Kennard. He's out there with G. B out there with Kyle Anderson. It's Najee in at the four-man position.
Come on, man.
It's
Own that
stolen
shit,
by
bro.
Taylor. And there's the drive. Feeds it to Anderson.
Come on, bro.
And
You
it's
got
sent
to
back
play
by
with me,
Drummond.
man. Damn.
Wizards trail by 17. Gilgeous Alexander with it. He's got 11 to the left wing. Six to shoot. Outside Robinson. Off target from three-point range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
Taylor passes to Najee, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Give me that shit.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Get that shit out of here, bro.
By Taylor, and they get it back. Cunningham passes to Drummond.
I'm not playing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Come here.
And Taylor slams
Get
it
that,
home.
nigga.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Passes it to Howard. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Back to Howard.
Come on, nigga. Yeah, right.
And
Come on, nigga. Yeah, right.
And they'll keep possession. The kick out to Barton.
Yeah, right, nigga. Block that big ass
Gets the
shit.
three-point
Fuck around that nigga.
Barton's got 6.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Slammed in by Taylor.
That big ass shit.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Timeout on the
It
floor.
just shows you the
Wizards,
versatility.
timeout.
This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from B.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Miles check in for Andre Drummond.
Shit, boy.
It's deflected. Now here's Taylor. Defense is right there. Here's Owens. And the layup's good off the glass. Owens has got 8 here in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Howard kicks to Lyles. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. Clock at 4. And that one's good. Barton.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Back to Taylor. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Howard.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half.
That shit out of
Nothing
here,
in
boy.
the second.
And they get it back.
2 minutes.
It's tipped. Here's Owens. Right side Taylor. Pass to Owens. Shoots over Barton. That's short off the rim. Wizards trail by 18. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Pass break. Here we go. Bobbed up there for Howard. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. Oh,
assist.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Wizards passing it around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists tonight.
Impressive night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, scoring and doing it in a variety of ways.
Takes a 3. Shot by Taylor, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Wizards. They trail by 18.
Just get out of here.
By Taylor.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter. He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on beat.
That's his second personal
That'll
foul.
be his second foul of the
Second
game.
team foul. Substitution for your Wizards. Bojan Bogdanovic.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able.
I think they count the power when you bump into them at the end.
Of course. Jesus Christ.
I ain't fuck that shit. I'm about to say that too fast.
Ball. Everything else don't fucking matter no more.
A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the second free throw, good.
They're not going to make that throw.
And he nails the third. Taylor taking his time here. To the middle, just 3 on the clock. He lays it in. Owens has got 12 now in this quarter. And it's Vancouver taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with you shortly.
Damn, dog.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wizards trail by 19. Robinson is out there with Bogdanovic. Then there's Howard. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Cunningham in at the 2. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Taylor. Washington with the rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Taylor with the ball, now defended by Cunningham.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Howard kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Howard trying to free himself up. Bogdanovich, no luck. Vancouver leading by 23. Taylor passes to Najee. And that one is stuck right through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Beal. That's his fourth foul of the contest. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. As Ibuki's checked in, George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. McDermott's checked in for Robinson. And it's Neesmith in for Gilgeous-Alexander. McDermott, no one around him, buries the long-range jumper. McDermott's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Taylor passes to Owens, and the powerful one-handed slam.
He is single-handedly carrying this team right now thanks to his terrific scoring performance so far in this game.
Cunningham kicks to Niang. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Passes to Anderson. Here's Taylor. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Taylor's got 13 points in the second half. Down low. And Neesmith with the slam.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
The pass to Owens. Washington with the rebound. And here is Neesmith. And the shot is good. Here's Taylor. Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop. Wizards trail by 20. Pass to Cunningham. Out to the wing. Here's Neesmith. Oh, good on the triple. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Ravens will take possession here.
Substitution for your Wizards. Andre Drummond.
The dynamic, Greg, between players and officials is always interesting. There's some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
And it's Taylor finishing it off.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good on the three-point shot.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And the foul called on G. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. And Washington going with a whole new group here.
Substitution for your Wizards.
1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Alvarado, ejected by Taylor.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Vancouver.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was.
for G.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Azubuike's checked in, and it's George Niang in for Trey Lyons. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Vancouver.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Third team foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for the Wizards.
Avocado.
He hits the second from the line.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Aston Niang. Just 5 to shoot. Almost, but it rolls out. Taylor passes to Naji. Taylor up top. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside.
3-point field goal.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
So it's Vancouver picking up the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan.
Yeah. I almost got you a quadruple double. Shit, for real, I almost got you a quintuple double.
Yeah.